The lunchtime news now on BBC One with Moira Stewart.
Good afternoon. The Northern Ireland peace process has been welcomed by world leaders attending the G8 summit. They've just issued a statement saying they hope the peace deal will achieve the widest possible support and described it as an opportunity for economic development for all the people in Northern Ireland. The summit has now moved from Birmingham to a country retreat.
A peaceful setting to consider world problems. The 8 leaders are spending a secluded day at Weston Park, a stately home in Staffordshire, to talk about action against international crime and the relief of third world debt. But it's Northern Ireland, and fears that unionists may miss the chance of peace in Friday's referendum that is preoccupying the Prime Minister, and the other leaders are keen to help.
The other leaders will agree with the statement, not merely welcoming the peace process, but many of them are indicating that they would like to make it clear how much they believe the prospects of investment and prosperity for Northern Ireland would increase and improve dramatically if the peace process takes root.
Northern Ireland has never before been a matter of such importance at one of these meetings.
Right, come on guys, let's go.
The setting is informal, the surroundings are rural, but on a number of subjects the G8 leaders want this summit to show that they can do more than talk and make a real difference.
President Suharto of Indonesia has ordered a cabinet reshuffle in an effort to end the wave of violence sweeping the country. Riots in the capital, Jakarta, have left hundreds dead, and thousands of foreign nationals are now trying to flee the country. Airlines, including British Airways, have laid on extra flights.
Jakarta Airport is jammed with passengers leaving on special evacuation flights or on heavily overbooked commercial services. None of these people can be sure when it'll be safe to return.
My company is evacuating several of its employees to Singapore. We'll wait there to see what happens here in Jakarta and in Indonesia. And next week we'll make the decision to either come back here and go to work or to go back to the United States and wait this thing out.
In the edgy calm that now prevails, food markets have reopened for business. So many shops have been destroyed that shortages seem almost inevitable.
With Jakarta returning to at least a semblance of normality, the focus must switch to the position of President Suharto himself. Despite the turmoil of recent days and the mounting calls for his resignation, the aging leader seems determined not to relinquish his hold on power.
In order to do so, the president has signalled limited concessions. On Friday, he rescinded the controversial price increases in fuel and electricity, which helped unleash the unrest. Today, he announced plans for a cabinet reshuffle. It all smacks of being too little, too late.
Pakistan's foreign minister says it's very close to certain that his country will test a nuclear device. Gohar Ayub Khan said the only question now was the timing. His comments follow India's 5 nuclear tests last week, which provoked widespread international condemnation to respond to India's actions. It's Cup final day in England and Scotland. Rangers play Hearts at Celtic Park, while Arsenal are going for their second league and FA Cup double when they meet Newcastle at Wembley. Supporters have started gathering for the final. Arsenal are favourites to lift the cup, despite losing their Dutch international striker Dennis Bergkamp through injury. Record stores across Britain and America are reporting massive sales of Frank Sinatra albums following news of his death on Thursday night. One chain described the boom as phenomenal. Distributors are bringing in emergency supplies.
The shelves are being restocked. In death as in life, Frank Sinatra sells. Fans buying mementos of the day a legend died.
He's a household name, basically. Certainly in the I think only the death of Elvis this century in terms of music sales, or John Lennon, has provoked so much interest.
Record stores across the country are reporting brisk sales. Some warehouses have already run out. New stocks are being brought over from Germany. And in the States, the Sinatra buying frenzy continues. For the public, it's their chance to add to the personal tributes pouring in from the worlds of music, entertainment and politics. And in New York last night, perhaps the most spectacular tribute of all, the Empire State Building was bathed in blue light for Old Blue Eyes.
Here's more from the newsroom at 5:15.